If you look at how we are growing as an organization, there are about 5,000 towns, cities, villages in India where there is an MSME, and only about 1,000 of those are within 20 kilometers of a bank or a NBFC branch. And that means if you wanted to apply for a credit product, you'd have to make a one-way journey of 20 kilometers. Credit access is a big problem, right? And proud to say that with technology, we've enabled access to all of these individuals from their pretty much their shop or home. And that's essentially the core of what we do using technology.
And the credit gap for them is so huge, and that's 30% of our economy. And whatever is being solved for them is basically solving for our country overall.
And that resonates with a lot of people, right? And what I've found is that going back to who joins Lendingkart, where do we have drop-offs? I've had engineers who say that my uncle runs a store and he doesn't have a GST certificate. It was very difficult for him to get maybe a loan, or saying that it's so challenging for them to even approach someone to get credit in a particular season because they have growth during that time. And when that problem resonates with individuals, they tend to come
they feel
and work.
connected because of it. They feel connected.
There is a sense of purpose.
The sense of purpose. That's what you're talking about. The sense of purpose is so high about people that they want to feel they want to get associated with Lendingkart.
But at the same time, when you are hiring very smart people, there are their own demands in terms of the kind of work they want to do.
True.
There is an execution element. There is a thinking element. How do you balance the two, or what takes precedence over what?
There's a mix of both. First of all, it's about how do we nurture them and continue to retain them. At Lendingkart, what we do is we allocate a certain amount of time and say that, look, go do what you want in this time. Whether it is clearing some debt that you've incurred in the systems, or figuring out a new technology stack that you want to bring into this ecosystem. You have that time, and then you are allowed to spend the time doing that, maybe even fail, that's fine. So that's one aspect. The second thing is that technology moves really fast. So what was cutting edge and state of the art maybe 3 years ago is going to be obsolete tomorrow. And hence there's this continuous learning exercise, right? So if you think about this 3-year cycle, maybe every 1.5 years you have to learn something new. And we focus on that. And we say that, look, here's something that we've done in the past, it doesn't work for us anymore. How do we overhaul this? How do we change this and move forward? That keeps brains quite excited. So there's execution element, there's this thinking element, and then post that thinking element, the execution element kicks in again. But we place a lot of emphasis on execution. We place a lot of emphasis on outcomes, so that as a company, we are focused on the company goals as well.